Yeah, okay. Yippee! Hi, Ren. Hi, Rewrite. Hi, Froggy. Gang, I actually did it this time. It's fixed. Gang, it's fixed. It's actually fixed. I did it this time. It works. Yeah, I did it. Ta-da! I had to pause my music the second the stream started. Well, no, right before I started it. Otherwise, you all would have had my music, and I'm not looking to get copyrighted. I was listening to Miko song. What was I listening to? I was listening to Bad Note by Miko. Yeah. Tis that song. Hi, Crimson. So, so the reason that this stream's just titled "The We're Chilling" is because, and go plug your phone in. The reason it's titled "The We're Just Chilling" is because that's all we're doing. It says Zulu. I'm not surprised. It's how I write L's, like capital fancy L's. I just go that. The way it's nearly exactly what I did. Tulu, yeah, I'm not surprised. It's fine. I don't care. We're just gonna be talking. Since I fixed it, we can have doodles, or you'll periodically hear me typing. It's cause while I'm doing all of this, and while I'm doing all of this, I'm going to keep writing the script for Side Eye's Count. Gonna keep writing the script while I'm going. What account is that? That's the wrong account. I'd like to be on this one, please. Because that's what the script is. May I ask the Lulu effect? Oh, yeah, I've got a knack of putting people to sleep. So they've just started calling it the Lulu effect. Hi, Wolfie. They've just been calling it the Lulu effect. Quote, quote. So it's just been me putting people to sleep. Most people who watch the streams are very commonly fall asleep cycling the Lulu effect. Fucking hell, Kion. I could hear the thud. I suddenly feel tired. Jesus Christ. Everyone's on board with it. Now, I'm actually going to change the overlay real quick. Because I will be taking. Did I not make the other half? Did I not? Oh no! Oh no! Whoopsie daisies! I didn't export the other half of my overlay. The one without the sticky note. I'm gonna have to use mine in Kion's sides. I have to bring back Kion's side to the overlay because I forgot to export the one that's just my harp and says that I can do requests. I will be doing art requests specifically because I'm gonna be thinking of other stuff, so I won't. Kion is invisible, trust. I can move so I can be Kion accessible. Guess I'm being dragged. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. I just. I can move to be Kion accessible if you'd like to be here. Oh, Kion's moved to be Kion accessible themselves. Okay. Hi, twin. Now to move you back onto your side. I need to flip you around, actually. We're not the same height. I need to fix that. There, and then slide Kion back over to the Kion side. And I can come back out of the wall now. Hi, Virus. We just chat in this stream. I'm doing doodle requests and I'm writing on a doc at the same time.
And I'm here.
And Kion's here. I think that's the best bit about this whole thing. Kion's here.
Best. Don't flatter me, bitch. Flattery will get you nowhere.
Oh, I have an update about my me island.
Oh.
I'm gonna mute for a second.
Oh, I looked at my island today. Everyone was really depressed because
Oh,
I've left them alone for 98 days.
oh,
They were all really depressed.
oh. Do you know what?
Yeah.
I've got one on my island that's depressed because they didn't win.
Oh no, I have a thingy. Okay, so
Hold on, do
I
we need to mute
put
you?
no. This can be shared to the public.
Okay.
Also, hi Ren. I didn't say hi. Um, so Bonnie and Foxy were getting all gay yowie and shit, right?
Yeah.
They were getting together, and Bonnie was like ready to propose and everything, and then Naruto, that bitch, he s- he tried to steal Foxy during the confession. And I was like, hell no. So now both Foxy and Bonnie are depressed. And Bonnie won't get undepressed. I don't know what to do. Because I keep trying to make him talk to Foxy, and he's like,
Oh.
all mopey and shit. And I'm like, this bitch. Oh, and Neru got rejected by Dune.
Oh.
That yeah. And Dune also rejected Baby No Money.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're both depressed.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, and another thing.
It keeps going.
It really does keep going. So Yin and Kilgore. Yin and Kilgore are not together yet,
Okay.
and they keep. It's like Yin thinks they're not good for each other, and Kilgore's like, eh. which is really uncharacteristic. And then Trick has a crush on Noah, which I didn't do. I don't know how to undo scared noises.
Do my tactic if you want them to fall in love with someone else. Keep having whoever you want them to fall in love with instead interact with them while they're either frozen or having hiccups. Or if they've fallen over. So whenever you get like the purple thingy, just drag someone over there and eventually they'll fall in love with them. Whether it's first try or not. And you can remove the first thing.
Speaking of falling out of love,
And
guess who's thinking of giving up their relationship?
who?
Dick Grayson.
No!
It's comic accurate, Lulu.
Oh no.
He's thinking of giving up his 98-day marriage. Like that's like a month and something. That's like longer than a month. He and Starfire have been together for a while, and he's like, I could do better. It's crazy.
Fuck you mean you can do better? If you don't want her, then give it to me! Give her to me!
Actually, you points at you.
Me?
Me and Barbara are getting along really well. You're thinking of getting married.
Unreal?
Mhm. Oh, and Winter and Kissy are still going strong. They love each other very much. Catnap and Dog Day, I think I already told you this, but Catnap and Dog Day broke up.
They did?
They broke up a while ago, but like they're still sad about it.
Damn.
A lot of a lot of drama happened.
I can tell. Gang, if you ever thought you needed TV, you don't. You just need Kion. I don't need no drama.
I'm the new Wendy Williams, except I'm less problematic. Period.
Do you know what? Tell me everything that goes on in your island. I'll write it down in the dog, and we'll just put it down somewhere. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're not doing that.
Aww.
There'd be so much to go through if you told me every bit of your island. Being like, oh yeah, so this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. If I was to put that within the fucking be like, oh yeah, here's a nod to Kion's little Tomodachi Island. It'd be like, so where would this fit in?
Yes.
Kion's got a lot of shit that happens.
My island's just like really problematic for no reason.
It's full. That's what it is.
It's the fact that it's not even like full yet. I've reached max island like updates, but I'm not at max capacity yet. I need more me's.
Put the console down.
Okay. Goes back to Roblox Studios. Fine then. I'll go back to whatever I was doing before that. Cries.
I'm gonna write down what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today.
That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, I wrote it down on the page just so I could tab out.
Well, yes.
Stop trying to merge back. You're your own singular page now.
You're an independent page.
It is.
Is she an independent woman?
Yeah, the fucking script page decided it wanted to keep merging back with the the tabs, and it's like, no, you're independent now.
Oh.
Cause I'm writing it on my PC like I did last time that got me the fucking dog that we have. Minus your bit, because your bit was your
Giggles.
thing.
Giggles evilly.
Oh, Kion's thing's yummy, by the way, gang.
What are we talking about now?
The beginning bit on the script.
Oh, the epilogue.
Yeah, Kion's bit's yummy.
It's so lore heavy and
It's
also not at the same time.
it's so good.
It's like really ambiguous, but like really lore heavy at the same time.
Yeah, so if you couldn't get it, the script writing I'm doing's for the Inky Odyssey. So hold on, I'm gonna drag Megan here. Welcome back, Crimson. It's only I edited the title bit so it says draft. Not on the epilogue bit for the chapter 1 bit, it just says draft. Cause it kind of is. The speech
Waddles on
needs work.
over.
This speech needs work, and that's coming from the person who wrote it.
Is it this document? Is that it is this one.
It's
Okay, I
the
see.
script one blend.
Okay, I see. I found it. Hello.
Yeah, it just says
Oh,
draft
Jesus.
here.
Jesus, hello.
Yeah, what looks around? Why do you keep saying hello for?
It's so much.
Well, yeah, this is what happened in the power of one day.
Is this what you've been doing
Uh,
since you woke up?
no. Twin, this is where I left off with you last time.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't remember.
I literally just opened the dock and then put draft at the side.
I don't remember.
It's fine.
Was I like half awake? Probably.
Yeah, actually, you were like freshly just woken up and I was already putting you to work.
Oh yes, now I remember.
What can you draw, Lulu? Uh,
Anything and everything.
anything. I'm taking requests. I will not be drawing anything inappropriate though.
Keep it kid friendly. For the children in the back. For all the Megans out there, you know?
Megan's not here yet, so it's for all the rewrites.
Oh, you right.
Do Gooby again so I can use it as a profile picture? Okay. Okay, so to draw a Gooby, right? This bit's not necessary, but
It 100% is. I don't know what you mean.
I'm using the no, I'm using the mirror tool. So that's why I'm saying it's not necessary.
All goobies are symmetrical. Fuck you mean.
Goobies are not symmetrical.
They 100% are. What you mean.
I'm gonna make this the happiest little guy ever.
I don't know who I'm lying to, but
Oh, it's really so tempting too.
oh, it's a smile. Look at that happy little baby.
I know. It was done so well.
He's so innocent looking. Quick, no one let him get on the internet.
He's gonna be posted all over the internet.
No one let him on the internet. His grandma's laptop, get it away from him.
The mama's phone out the window.
Papa's PC disintegrated. incinerated, actually. Eats the gooby.
I'm not doing it right. It's pissing me off.
Watches you struggle.
I spent years of my life learning how to draw this motherfucker, and you're telling me the second I put on the symmetry tool.
Ooh. When you zoomed out. Ooh.
I know. I'm gonna
My lord. Ooh.
I'm gonna krill myself. I'm gonna
I didn't
deep
expect
fry.
him to look so chonky.
He do. It's what makes him a gooby.
No, that type of chunky. Points like a minute ago. Not even that.
Wide. He looked wide. Don't call him chunky.
You right, my fault. My apologies. He was coming at us wide.
They can't help it.
Those who know. They get the reference. They get the reference. Do you get the reference?
I hate it. I absolutely hate it, actually. I'm so upset. I've become so rusty that I can't use the symmetry tool while fucking drawing a fucking hedgehog.
It's fine. I'm out of practice too. I haven't drawn in like a while. I've had a lot of art block, I fear. And lack of motivation.
He
He's
looks
so
gooba, front facing
cute.
gooba.
He looks so stupid. He looks unintelligent. I love him.
You love anything that looks unintelligent.
Because it reminds me of how unintelligent I am, and then I get to compare my unintelligence to that creature, and then I'm like, wow, I'm so smart.
There's your gooby. If I keep working on it, I'm gonna get really pissed off. I did well on the other one because I didn't use the fucking symmetry tool.
He looks so unintelligent because he's just like me for real. Rewrite.
Child, am I gonna have to work on your issues again? Hold on, let me make it better.
Oh.
I'm really hoping this helps. I'm gonna derp their eyes. I'm really hoping this makes me feel better about this drawing more than anything. Your eyes are gonna look double. It does look better.
Oh,
I fucking love it.
Lord. Oh, it's so cute.
It's becoming a thing.
Oh wow.
This is
Where
the
were you?
This is
Where
the
were you when it was for senior photo?
This is the creature they speak of in the creature feature.
Was it featured or
Even better.
was it featured or is it a main character?
It was a main character.
Oh.
Look at it. It looks like it'd be a main character in the fucking creature feature.
It looks like if Derpy from My Little Pony was a Sonic character, but a hedgehog.
There you go, Gick. There's your little guy.
He looks even more unintelligent now.
Is it beautiful?
It's the epitome of beauty. I fear not even Sleeping Beauty could compare. Not even Snow White even.
The way you
Not
the way you couldn't even
I
say her
st-
name.
I couldn't bear to say Snow White. She's trigger word. Ooh, I couldn't. I couldn't even
You
say
couldn't.
apple. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I heard you start saying the word at, and then you stopped and switched to her
Ooh.
mother instead. Ooh.
She triggers me too. Both of them trigger me. I can't with either of them. Trigger words. Trigger words.
The Gooby can stay. I'm putting it up at the corner. Don't know. You can
Takes 500 pictures.
You can be right above. There you go, Gooby.
You know what? You know what? Hold on. Hold on. I need a. I've since forgiven Applewhite. She's been forgiven for her
Behavior.
mistakes. For lack of a better term. No, I need to give you something. Just
Oh no, I think I know what you're going to give me. Don't worry. I'm
I need
already
you.
wet.
I need you to draw like. You know how Ghostbusters has like the red circle with the line through it on the ghost?
Yeah.
I need you to do that, but for a certain somebody.
Oh, what is this? Draw your Sona?
What's
Virus, can
what's
you
a good
send me your
picture?
Sona?
I need a good picture of the bitch. Where is she?
I draw. I just need any reference. Gibby.
And I'm gonna give you a picture. You put it in, and then you just cross her out, please. She's not allowed here.
What are you about to give me?
I just wait. It's worth it. I promise.
It looks so stupid. Looks over at Rewrite. Look at that little guy. Just showing out to Rewrite round 2.
Cross her out. She's not allowed on the stream. Not even a mention of her.
Can I?
You can put her on the stream, and then you can cross her out. You keep
Okay.
her there.
I need to slide my thing away real quick so I can go get it. Because I'm not about to out all my Discord. I almost did that a few times actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Racist. I'm sorry, that's not funny.
Side eyes, yeah.
Don't side eye me. I get nervous when you side eye me. Don't do that.
So how do I tell you it won't download?
Do I have to get you a different image of her?
No, it should download, but the fact it won't. Even my phone doesn't want her.
But this one.
about this one? Muted. Thank you, Virus. I'm about to giggle like I never fucking giggled before. Hold on. Let me see if it's a me problem. Cause usually it is.
What should be a me problem this time?
No, it might just be I need to delete some stuff problem.
Oh.
We'll find out. Problems. No, it's just a her problem. I'll see if I'll see if I can get the photos myself. It's fine. Oh, that's
Lulu, I fear it's to the point where I'm starting to have to censor her name like it's a slur. That's how deep my hatred is for this bitch.
okay. I went to the wiki just to get the photo.
Yay!
Is this so now? Oh, it's so
So
cute.
it's dreadful that you even had to search her name up, but
Let's see what I can do, Virus. It was genuinely just a her problem, twin.
damn. Honestly, that fits. It's always her fault. Chat will finally understand what we're trying to talk about now. It's completely unrelated to the Inky Odyssey, by the way. Completely unrelated. Completely different thing.
So this is what it is. This is Kion's arch nemesis, gang.
I hate that little fucking. Ugh. I hate her. I hate her so much. Fairest in the land. Who the fuck are you kidding? Wrinkly bitch. I bet that hair is dyed with those greys. Nasty.
I love how violent you get with characters. Nobody
I
else gets
hate
to
her.
know, and it's beautiful.
I hate her so much. You don't understand. You hate her too? Why do I hate her? Oh,
There you go, Twin.
so.
Oh no, you got them started. I heard the so. Why did you have to get them started?
Why do I hate Snow White from Ever After High? Well, Crimson. It goes all the way back to motherfucking Dragon Games, a movie in the series, where she's an absolute bitch towards her daughter, her half sister. Yeah. And like just a general terrible person. We don't like Snow White. Trust. She is the villain of the movie as well as the evil queen, but like
She was worse than the
I
evil
don't
queen.
Okay, no, because like I hate the evil queen for different reasons, but like that's mainly because she is the villain of the show, right? Snow White didn't have to be evil. Why was she evil? I have a whole headcanon, right? Because she is evil. There's a version of Snow White where the evil queen is the biological mother of Snow White. So I'm like, Well, since Raven's too young to marry the good king because she's in high school at the same time as Apple, right? Would it not make sense for Snow White to be the next evil queen? There's a version of the fairy tale out there. It's even on the Snow White Wikipedia page. So that's my headcanon for why she's evil. But I don't know, she's just evil for no reason in the movie. And then that, like, I don't know. Goes on a whole tangent. I don't like her. Evil eyes, evil side eye. I could rant about Ever After High, honestly, but I'm not gonna.
No, you say
She is
names.
really mean, for like no reason. She's like, "Oh, Apple, your ratings are down. You need to like convince Raven to be evil and to be the next evil queen." Even though the Storybook of Legends got destroyed last movie, but whatever. And then Apple like is like, I guess. Okay, I'll do it. Whatever.
Grow a fucking backbone, Apple.
No, because it's the way Snow White was like, "Do you want our happily ever after? Our happily ever after? Baby, you die at like the beginning of the fairy tale. Shut the fuck up." At least traditionally. In other fairy tales, you are the evil queen. So
Fucking is the evil queen. Whoa.
our happily ever after. Honestly. And then like she realizes Raven is like good and is like, you know what, I'll just like step in and make Apple seem like this great amazing person, even though she's not. She credits Apple for like rebuilding the Dragon Center, even though that was Snow White's idea, not Apple's. Um there's another bit in the movie, but like that's to do with the writing and that's not Snow White's fault, but I still blame her.
Do you
I
want to
won't get
talk
into
about
that
it?
though. If you want to hear about how bad the writing was, no, it wasn't bad in Dragon Games, but it was like, in my opinion, it was the worst bit
It
of
gives people
the
something to
movie.
listen to, because I don't have anything to say.
Okay, so the worst bit of Dragon Games, in my personal opinion, was okay. There's like build up to it, right? So after, I think, yeah, after Apple gets told by her mother Snow White that she needs to start like telling Raven to be evil again. It's like nighttime, she's playing on her tablet, and then like an enchanted apple just comes floating through the room, right? And then it goes into this tree stump, well, not stump, but like this tree in the room, and it leads to the tower of Ever After High, where the evil queen's magic mirror. For context, the evil queen's like trapped in her magic mirror. It's a whole thing. Where her magic mirror is. They have a talk. Apple gets angry and throws the enchanted apple at the mirror, breaking it and freeing the evil queen. And then, like, it gets kind of bad writing wise here. Because Apple's like, well, I'm just gonna go. You're good, right? You're bad. You're good. And tries to leave. And then the evil queen's like, no, no. If you don't want me to ruin your life, you're gonna help me. And I'm like, okay. So then they both get the genius idea that the evil queen should disguise herself as some random bitch with no fairy tale heritage and is just randomly friends with Apple, apparently, from like camp or whatever. and no one questions this. And then later, the disguise name is like Mirror Shards. She doesn't have a fairy tale she's from. She's just the evil queen's disguise.
She needs a better one.
I like the name. I just wished they would have done something. Like she could have been the daughter of like a different evil queen, but whatever. Later on, Snow White comes and's like, "Oh my god, Apple like told me to restore the Dragon Center and shit." And somehow, Snow White knows Mirror Shards is the evil queen because Mirror Shards is good at dragon riding and has a certain look to her face, even though that's not how that works. But whatever.
If you say
Snow
so.
White outs the evil queen in front of everyone, and then she just like drops her disguise, no questions asked, and everyone's like, "Who would have guessed?" And isn't confused of why Apple lied about being friends with her. Like, there's no conversation of like, "Oh, did you know she was the evil queen? Was she pretending to be your friend from camp?" Or like, what? There was no conversation. Everyone just kind of accepted it. That's the bit I'm angry about. All that build up just for that scene.
Oh, that just for oh, okay.
Literally, like the evil queen just kind of like drops her disguise, and everyone's like, and no one turns to Apple and is like, well, they said they were friends, and it turned out she was the evil queen. What's up with that? Even Raven wasn't suspicious, and she's meant to be, you know, a smart girl. But no. If I could rewrite that movie, I'd ooh, a lot would change.
A lot would change in a lot of movies, dear.
Yeah. That's because people are bad at writing. This stream should be called Kion Story Time.
If you really want Kion's story time, ask them about, I think it's called Epic Winter.
Oh.
If you really want Kion's story time, ask them about that.
If you want a real story time, then yes. Do ask me about that. It gets the receipts really quick from our DMs. Because it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Where the I'm getting it
It's
on my
one of
phone.
Kion's
I can't.
favorite topics.
It's so one of my favorite topics. Okay. You want me to recount Epic Winter real quick? Not real quick. It's gonna take a while. I've got notes. Notes on notes on notes. Okay. So this is Epic Winter from Ever After High, recounted by me. So basically, it's summer at Ever After High, and this is after Dragon Games. Like this is the movie just after. It's summertime. They're all like real hot and shit, and then we go to the top of the world because that's the thing. And we meet the Royal Winter family, right? Which is the Snow Queen from the fairy tale, the Snow Queen, the Snow King who doesn't exist in any fairy tales, and the daughter of the Snow Queen. I hate this. I hate her so much. Crystal Winter. I hate her. Anyway.
Do you want to give them the name
Crystal
again? Because even I barely picked it up.
Crystal Winter. I hate her. I hate her so much. She's a terrible character. But we continue. So it's shown pretty early on that Crystal is very dependent on her little pixies, which they're very folklore accurate pixies. They don't have wings. They're like small furry girls, but they're not sexualized. Don't worry, gang. They are normal. Praise the Lord. She relies on literally anyone to do anything for her, which is I guess it's a character flaw, but whatever. um then it's shown that the royal winter family don't do anything. They just kind of play hockey, mess around, and leave their servants. Yes, they have slaves. Their servants to do all the work. Yeah. The royal winter family is pro-slavery, gang. um we are then introduced to our lovely villains. I love these two. The twin children of Jack Frost, Jackie Frost and Northwind Frost. Northwind has a weird name, but whatever. We continue. Their plan is to overthrow the royal winter family because they're generally bad. I don't know why my mic keep turning off. They're just generally bad people, right? Right. Skims my notes. Their plan is basically just to turn the Snow King, again, not a real fairy tale character, evil, and for him to defeat Crystal and shit, and then they defeat the Snow King, but it's not clear how they would do that. The family's still playing hockey by this time. They're still playing, and then Crystal cheats and uses magic to win the game, and her parents are just like, "Oh, you can't keep doing that," but okay. I'd be mad. I'd throw a fit, but whatever. Ever After High has this thing of like serious talks have to happen on balconies. It's happened multiple times. So, serious balcony talk part, I think 4? Whatever. Part 2 or part 2 to 4. One of the three. The Snow King and the Snow Queen explained that Crystal can't keep magicking her way out of shit. And then give her this cute little rose, which is important later, I guess.
Is it?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
We'll get to it. Crystal then goes, and I quote, I have read every magical meteorological manifesto, and I know every fairy tale off by heart. If you don't know what a magical meteorological manifesto is, it's a magic weather homework book, basically. Because she's gonna be the next Snow Queen. Even though that's not what the Snow Queen does, but whatever. The Snow Queen says, and I quote, Crystal, there is a difference between understanding and doing. Which, okay, I guess, it's whatever. Right? It's not really the lesson of it's not really the lesson of the movie, but it's whatever. Cute quote, I guess. They tell Crystal that one day when she's ready to rule, she'll blossom like the rose. I don't know what that's meant to mean, but okay. And then Jackie and Northwind kind of crash the conversation, not really, and like throw pink powder over them. And there's a backstory to this pink powder, just real quick, jumps in. So it's more to do with like the Snow Queen fairy tale, because in the Snow Queen fairy tale, the dude got like cursed with like a shard of the devil's mirror, basically. In
Mm-hmm.
Ever After High, it's quite similar. So when Apple freed the evil queen, there was like mirror shard dust everywhere, and the twins kind of collected that to make the king and queen evil. That's the pink powder. I didn't know that reference until I actually read The Snow Queen, so I just thought that was a nice callback. At least that's like the one thing that's cute in this movie. But whatever. Um, the king and queen develop kindness blindness, where like they only see the bad in the world, much like the original Snow Queen story, where the main guy can only see like the bad in the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ugh. Heavy sigh. Uh, Crystal's parents then like take the rose back while Crystal's like being all nice and telling them thank you and shit. And then I don't know, it just kind of gets bad from here because they start acting like children arguing. Yeah.
It might as well be children.
They act like no, cause I just this. Anyway, um,
Look, Ever
the king and
After's
queen
always
like
had an interesting way of putting stuff. Everyone in there might as well be children.
yikes. Anyway, the Snow King and Queen like keep arguing into the throne room, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
and then for some reason or another, the Snow King randomly, quote unquote, freeze tags the Snow Queen, which it isn't just regular freeze tag, it's turning her into an ice statue. We love the puns. Sarcasm. She
Yeah,
had
but I
the
didn't
rose in
touch
her
it.
she had the rose in her hand. So that's also important for later, I guess. Eh. Um, Crystal is like watching this and is like, "Oh, bye, I guess," and just kind of leaves.
No more bedtime? Okay, walks off.
No, literally, she sees this and like she sees her dad frees her mom and is like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to my room. And then like her pixies are in her room and she starts complaining like, I signed the Storybook of Legends. I was gonna follow my destiny and shit. But then like is like, I don't want to be evil, even though that's literally the Snow Queen destiny. For side thing, for those who haven't read the Snow Queen, um, guess who's the main villain of the fairy tale? The Snow Queen.
I was gonna say the evil stepmother. I was so far off.
No, no. I can't tell if you were being genuine with that one.
No. I know nothing about the. Well, no, I know a little bit, but that's because I was watching a theory a few years ago. By a few years, I
It's
mean like
basic.
oh,
The
pretty.
Snow Queen is basically Frozen, but like swap.
Yeah, I know.
Basically,
I
like
was watching a Frozen theory, and that's how I know a little bit of the story. because
Mm,
they went over like a summarized version of the Snow Queen story.
yeah. So to quickly summarize her entire role in the story, um, the boy is called Kai, and the girl is called Goethe. Not important to the Ever After High movie, but just a fact I think you should know. So Kai gets cursed with the devil's mirror's like shard in his eye, which makes him see bad in the world. The Snow Queen, in some versions, feels this and is like, that's kind of hot. Mind you, Kai is a minor. And
Yikes.
just one night, Kai is randomly wandering around and taking in the beauty of the sky because he's never like done that before, I guess, and finds the Snow Queen, and she abducts him, takes him to her castle, which is not described to be anywhere, but do with that what you will, and kind of just tells him to rearrange these ice shards into the word eternity, which hurts because they're ice shards. They're like glass. Also, it's physically impossible because she didn't give him enough shards to make the word eternity.
Did she do that on purpose?
Yes. So he could freeze to death naturally. And I think so she could collect his soul or something. She's evil. Um
Fucking weirdos nowadays, am I right?
the entire story is like really long because by the time Goethe gets to Kai, they're adults. Mind you, they were children when the fairy tale started. They're like in their 20s ish, and they were like 5 to 10 when the story started.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They were
oh,
really young.
oh, that makes that beginning
Yeah.
bit you said earlier even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. When Goethe comes and collects Kai, she says something, he cries out the shard and is like, where the fuck am I? And they leave. And then the shards like spell the word eternity somehow, like, symbolizing that their love is forever
Rewrites
or
dialect
something
that in
like that.
Walmart.
You should. The Snow Queen's a creep. We don't like her. No wonder Disney rewrote the story. Um, and then like after that, we never hear from the Snow Queen again. She's like irrelevant to her own fairy tale. She's only there to get Kai from their, I think, it's like Norwegian or Greenland. It's like a Nordic country. That's where they're from. Or is it Danish? I don't know. It's one of something like that. I don't know. From country to, I guess, the top of the world. That's all she's there for, and to keep him hostage. But then she's not there for the rest of the fairy tale. Whoopsie. She is just meant to be the villain. So I don't. Back to Crystal. I don't get what her problem is with being a villain. It,
I think I know. Points at the
she doesn't want to be a
10-year-old.
creep. She doesn't want to be a creep. I get that, but like she kind of signed up for it. She signed the Storybook of Legends. She said yes to the dress.
She should have
So
read her story a little bit closer.
apparently she knows every fairy tale off by heart. I beg to differ.
Miss Girl, you might want to reread your own if you're only now deciding you didn't
every
want
fairy
it.
every fairy tale but her own, I guess. Yes.
I think that was on purpose. That
Um
way she didn't know she'd have to kidnap a 10-year-old.
perhaps. Uh anyway, she runs off to the land of ever after to to see her best friends Ashlyn Ella, daughter of Cinderella, and Briar Beauty, daughter of Sleeping Beauty. Just to let you know, Crystal is a brand new character. Like, she, I think, was the last character introduced to the show. We've never heard of her up until this movie. I don't know how she's best friends with these two, because Ashlyn was held back a year, canonically, and Briar's only best friend is Apple, so I don't understand. Because Briar isn't even close to Ashlyn in the show or the books. Val. Whatever. is already fed up with Crystal.
It's whatever, I guess.
Laments to Pixies about problems.
Look, you
goes
know
to
what
Ever
they're like with
After.
throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
It's Mattel. I don't know what I realistically expect. Okay. So you guys know how Applewhite and Raven Queen are like the main characters of Ever After High, daughter of Snow White and the Evil Queen,
For now,
right?
yes. Because I'm betting that's gonna change with the reboot.
Oh, it's not getting rebooted.
Oh, thank fuck.
Well, oh, you don't? Okay, so Applewhite, daughter of Snow White, and Raven Queen, daughter of the Evil Queen, are like the main characters of the show. Keep that in mind. So then we cut to Applewhite for the first time in this movie. The supposed main character, one of the main characters of this show. She and Daring Charming, the son of King Charming, unspecific which Charming for reasons. It's actually a whole thing for the Charming family. I could get into that real quick if you want explanations. So it's like reasons of not incest in Ever After High.
I don't like that you have to word it that way.
It's because there's a lot of Prince Charmings in fairy tales.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know which it is because I got clip spoiled with it.
So, in Ever After High, and in fairy tales in general, there's like a lot of Prince Charmings for these princesses, right? Naturally, there's a lot of children of these Prince Charmings and princesses. Mattel thought we can't have all these characters be from the same prince and princess. So they decided there's a lot of Charmings who are unrelated and are related sometimes. Like cousins and then like completely unrelated. Like how there can be multiple Smiths or what's another generic last name?
Wilsons.
Wilsons. There's a lot of those in real life and are completely unrelated to each other. It's like that. Charming's like a really generic last name in Ever After High universe, basically. Anyway, Daring Charming is specifically the son of I don't know which Charming his dad is meant to be because his mother is called Queen Charming. So I don't know what fairy tale they were from, but it's whatever.
Daring's the one who's obsessed with his looks, right?
Yes, the blonde guy with like the jersey.
I think
I know what fairy tale he himself is from. I don't know what fairy tale his parents are from.
yeah, I don't know either on that bit.
Cause like there was a whole like Reddit thread because I was trying to find out. Apparently there's a fairy tale called Princess Charming, but I can't find anything about it. So
I think someone's just trying to make up answers.
yeah.
Which I don't blame them.
Me neither. It's left ambiguous for like a reason. because his younger siblings, who are twins but look nothing alike, which isn't a problem for twins, but like Dexter and Darling have completely different skin tones and they just don't share any like traits apart from their last name.
There's non-identical twins.
I know, but like non-identical twins could still look like siblings. These two don't look like siblings. Darling looks like Dexter and Daring's cousin, but she's not.
She just went outside more, I guess.
Well,
Or it's the other way
yeah.
around. I don't remember.
No. Yeah, it is that because she's very tanned.
Mm. Yeah, she just went outside
But
more.
that actually makes sense for her character. But anyway, tries to remember where I was. Daring and Apple. So last movie in Dragon Games, there was a whole thing about Daring's destiny. It's actually pretty relevant. So throughout the series, it was assumed by literally everyone ever that Daring was meant to be the Prince Charming in the Snow White fairy tale, right? Apparently that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because when Apple got poisoned by the evil queen eventually in the Dragon Games movie, Daring couldn't wake Applewhite up, which is
Do
a
you know who
problem,
could
right?
though?
Her girlfriend.
I know.
I I
Yuri.
yeah. So Daring's sister Darling, who is again the twin sister of Dexter, woke Applewhite up with quote unquote CPR. It was a mix of both. It was because like a kiss is like lip to lip, right? That's my excuse. A kiss is lip to lip.
It's mouth to mouth, twin.
Yeah, but like it's still lips on lips is kiss, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Darling did mouth to mouth. So it's like a mix of both. Also, a shocker when I was researching the Snow White fairy tale, the True Love's Kiss thing comes from Disney. That's not in the original fairy tale. So, yeah.
That's beautiful, actually. That makes it even better.
The way Snow White gets woken up in the original fairy tale is like a lot of different ways. In the Brothers Grimm version, she is like manhandled by one of the Prince Charming's servants, and the apple gets like dislodged from her throat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Another version is the dwarves just jump her and like Fix It Felix her, and she's just all better.
I don't think I'd recover if I got jumped.
They have like these magic hammers and like keep beating her until she's all better, which is
Oh.
something.
Oh,
And
yeah, I'd not
finally,
recover, actually.
finally, um, this version doesn't have a Prince Charming until the marriage bit, but the good king comes back from war, finds Snow White in the forest in a glass casket, and the physicians in his army bring her to a room, tie her to all four corners of the room, and she magically wakes up.
Side eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't walk like that.
Yeah. Um, I prefer the Disney version, personally.
Which is a shocker.
I know.
Because Kion does
I don't
not like the Disney versions.
I don't like Disney. Disclaimer. Me don't like Disney. I'm not a Disney fan,
My thing's
personally.
broke. I
I know, I just had to refresh YouTube because it was painful to watch.
no, it's so far behind. I'm giggling at how far back it is. When did that break?
I don't know.
Then watches it catch up. Just puts my phone down.
Anyway,
Is this what it's
me
like watching me draw?
yes.
Gang, you could have told me it was painful. Jesus Christ.
The mouse in the other room is about to break down that door. Listen, Mickey's an exception. I just don't like the fairy tales from Disney. Any Disney original shit, I consume. That's it's so yummy, right? But when Disney tries to fuck with fairy tales, immediately get out. In fact, turn the TV off. Delete Disney Plus. Get it out. I won't be watching the live action Moana or the live action Rapunzel because they're both fairy tales. Moana, technically. I'm not watching that shit. Moana is a good movie on its own, and so is Tangled. Sorry, but I don't want to watch the live action versions. That's just my take on it. Anyway, back to Epic Winter. Got distracted by Disney. Hi,
Hi,
Dusty.
Dusty.
Um,
My app's currently broken, so I'm waiting for the minute it pauses.
we were at Daring not being the Prince Charming from the Snow White fairy tale. So after that, we're back in like Epic Winter, right? So
There we go. Back up to date.
so since Daring's kiss didn't work on Apple, everyone in Ever After High is like, ooh, they're gonna break up. By the way, Darling's just not present in this movie. Criminal, but she's just not present. Um, the two keep like trying to avoid answering questions about their current relationship status and shit because it's awkward. They don't want to do that. They're just teenagers, which I get. Why is everyone questioning their relationship status? Can't they just be friends? Whatever. Daring's not Snow White Prince Charming. That's all we need to know from that. Blondie, daughter of Goldilocks, is the one specifically starting to ask questions, and she runs this like news channel for the school, and like there's just nothing interesting to report about, so she's really depressed. Keep that in mind.
Oh no, my porridge is just right. Sorry.
I can't. You can't mention porridge after the audiobook. It's not allowed.
Oh no, my everything in my life is going right. What am I supposed to do?
Anyway, um Ashlyn and Briar like take note of the fact that Blondie is like it's called a Miracast show. I don't know what that's a play on.
The
I
Lulu
don't know
effect is
what.
working. Time to
Oh,
play a horror game. I'm joking, I don't have any. Apart from Bendy, I don't have any. So,
time to pull up Bendy
I
while I
guess.
explain an Epic Winter. um those two take note that she's getting depressed and that her show is getting boring, which is a crazy thing to say. Hello. Um And then they just randomly noticed that it started snowing in the school
But it's
during
summer.
summer. Right. Insert Kitty Cheshire mention here because she's the best character, no argument. We
It's
love Kitty
Carrion's
Cheshire.
favorite, by the way.
Anyway,
As should be.
Ashlyn and Briar like clock what's going on and just start running around like headless chickens trying to find Crystal. Like they're running down the halls shouting Crystal, and everyone in the halls is like, "What the fuck?" Giving them
Who's
the nastiest of side
Crystal?
eyes.
Who's Crystal? No, I don't remember anyone coming to this school called Crystal.
They run past Crystal, and then Crystal like runs like up behind them and pushes them all into like a snow like wall.
Oh.
But it's cute. It's a nice reunion, I guess. We've never known Crystal until here, but it's a cute reunion, I guess. They both introduce the random surrounding students to Crystal. They're like, everyone, this is our BFFFA, Crystal Winter. And everyone's just like, wow. Oh,
What
cool.
does the A stand for again? Oh, after, I know.
Best friend forever after.
Yeah. It took me a
Yeah.
minute. I was like, oh, you know, they had after for everything.
Because they're cute like that.
There's something like that.
Whoa.
Look, the only show in my mind that got away with it, apart from it, that sometimes it was cute, right? But at other times, the only show that could probably get away from it from me was My Little Pony. That's the only one that could get away with like adding the shit to words like that.
Or Monster High, because Monster High was clever with
Monster High
their...
was clever with it.
They were so clever with it. They were slick with it too.
Mm.
Renaming countries, like renaming words. Ooh. They were so clever. Anyway, pacing gets a little bit fucky wucky here because we randomly cut to the headmaster's office, right? We don't like the headmaster, by the way. Trash man. Kill him. Sorry.
No,
but like
keep going. We like this Slumbo.
we don't like Headmaster Milton Grimm, descendant of the Brothers Grimm, brother of Giles Grimm. We like Giles, I guess, but we don't like Milton.
Should not
Kill
be
him.
the brother of Giles Grimm. He deserves a different brother.
Period. But like 5 students, Sparrowhood, Duchess Swan, Lizzie Harts, Bunny Blanc, and Alistair Wonderland. You can guess who their parents are. Show up and just start chanting "Do it" to the headmaster through his door, and he just like says, "School's cancelled. Summer snow day." Okay. Whatever excuse we can have, I guess. Insert montage here of all the students. Not all the students, but most of the students who have names having fun in the snow, right? Also, they're demanding Bendy.
I know. I do have chat open. I can see them. I am seeing you guys.
So, Blondie is back at it again. So, we're in the cafeteria, or it's called a castleteria in the show. Whatever, I guess. She's trying to report on the snow, and everyone keeps interrupting her, saying, "It's because Crystal Winter. We love Crystal Winter." And she can't get her words out at all. And then when she finally says, "Is Crystal Winter the diva the tabloids say she is?" And then Crystal walks past and says, "Oh my god, Blondie, I love your show." Like, okay. Give my girl Blondie a break.
No, I'm demanding Bendy. Flicks your forehead.
Blondie then stomps off because there's literally nothing interesting to report on, right? A reporter can't report if there's nothing to report.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cerise Hood, the daughter of Little Red Riding Hood, comes up, says a cute quip, and then she's like, "This just in." It's like something Blondie Locks is not just right, or whatever. Or no. She says Blondie Locks need to chill out, or something like that. Cute quip, right? Then she goes in after insulting the bitch and is like, "You okay? Need some help?" And then Blondie's like, "I just want to, report on something actually newsworthy and like win this cool award that I've always wanted to win. That's only just been mentioned now." They have a habit of doing that.
They do.
Insert fucky wucky pacing. We go to Daring, who is moping in the courtyard. Hi, Daring. The daughter of Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, Rosabella. We love Rosabella. She's a cousin of Briar. She comes over, asks if he's okay. They start having a conversation about how and why his kiss didn't work. And then it's revealed that Daring wasn't actually listening to a word Rosabella was saying.
Shocker to nobody.
Can see why he gets cursed later. Whoa.
Oh, spoilers.
Mm.
Not to me, but to them.
Rosabella even mentions that, like, while Apple's dad isn't like the greatest hero ever, he was quote unquote worthy because he was a great guy, right? He was just a genuinely good person, which is why he's going to be the next good king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Daring's like, "Huh? What'd you say?" It was about me, wasn't it? Narcissist. Even Narcissus isn't this narcissistic. um Insert another fucky wucky pacing here. We go to Baba Yaga, who is a teacher at Ever After High. If you don't know who Baba Yaga is, she's a Russian witch who eats children, but she doesn't eat children here.
She got over that. She learned a new diet, I guess.
She's on a new diet, and she even cut down her metal nails. What a diva. But we go to her. Oh no, I skipped over something. Shit. Okay. Whoopsie. I skipped over it because I'm really uninterested in Crystal. So before we get to Blondie's like moping in the cafeteria, there's like another important balcony scene.
What, moping part 2?
Yeah. When Cerise goes and checks in on her.
Mm.
I skipped over it because I'm really uninterested in Crystal Winter. Whoopsie, but it's kind of important. So Crystal, Ashlyn, and Briar are on one of the balconies of the cafeteria, right? Crazy how this castle has balconies in the cafeteria, but whatever. they start talking about like why she's there, what happened, and then Crystal's like starts explaining about her parents and shit.
Hmm.
And like it's a bit weird because Briar asks, "Isn't your dad always like that? Isn't he always meant to be cold?" Which we'll get to that later. Crystal then says, "No, he's like the polar opposite." Get out. Ashlyn then suggests that maybe he was cursed, right? And then they go to Baba Yaga. Anyway, Blondie's moping, Daring's moping. We're at Baba Yaga. They asked if like Baba Yaga knows anything about curses. She panics. There's like, no, we want to know about a curse. That's not about you, bitch. Because I guess she's out here cursing people. Whatever.
Do you know what? I would too.
Honestly, in this economy, same. I am out here cursing people.
You are
Whoopsie.
indeed.
Um, Baba Yaga says that she can't tell if someone's cursed if they're not in the same room as her, which is common sense. So she's like, we need to get him here so I can see if he is cursed. So then, with a wave of a wand, basically, they just set up this function at the school called let me see, Parents Career Day, where all of the students' parents explain their roles in their fairy tales. Cute.
If you say
We don't act,
so.
we don't see any of the parents explain their roles, by the way. It's like the Cheshire Cat explains how she can dematerialize and shit, and like, well, basically just her powers. And then the Snow King rolls up, but we'll get to that. Um, the Snow King is up in his castle, and like one of his elves, yes, he has elves as servants. Very Santa Claus of him, but he's a different character. um,
He's real
one of
good.
his one of his elves tell him that he was invited to Parents Career Day, and I don't know how he took this negatively, personally. Like, you just get told, hey, you're invited to this function. You gonna go? And he just kind of blasts the elf because he's like, how dare you speak to me like that? Like, what, bitch?
How dare you tell me I can be involved in my child's life?
No, literally. Um, he gets all offended and shit, and he hears that he's invited, but he's still offended. I guess.
So then he shows up to be like, I was invited! Fuck you all!
Yeah, actually. You just summarized that whole thing up. He he gets his slaves, I'll start referring to them as slaves because that's how they're treated. He gets his slaves to his elf slaves to like get his sleigh ready with his polar bears as like acting as the reindeer. You get invited to this function, gets shot by a 12 gauge shotgun. I should explain how the elf got shot. So the Snow King has a staff, basically, that shoots magic. That's how he got shot. um, also, they don't die. There's no on-screen deaths, unfortunately.
They're not allowed
Uh,
on screen deaths.
this is like a children's franchise, even though we have slavery, but whatever. No, instead, the Snow
Slavery and
King
whatever the fuck went on with Apple to Raven and whatever the
racism.
fuck's going on with the fucking white family itself and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so the elves don't die. they more or less become animals. But like it's between goats slash sheep or penguins. I get penguins, right? They're Arctic creatures. They're like they live in the snow. Sheep.
I get it.
I how do you, I mean like mountain goats, yeah. I get it. But like it's just a regular sheep without the horns.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't get why they become a sheep, but okay. Cute. I guess winter fur, but like that it's not clever enough. Come up with something different. You're invited to this function. Gets shot by a cannon at the top of the stairs. Like, great.
Where the fuck are you coming up with all of these?
Anyway, um, the slaves get the Snow King's sleigh ready with his polar bears, who should be reindeers. Right, right. He goes to Ever After High and is like, "Hey, hey, bitch." Not all that polite, but he arrives.
Never all that polite.
Never. He. I'm gonna skip over my mention of the Evil Queen because we don't need her. She is not important. Raven also is not important to the story. Like, I want to preference this. The first time we see Raven in this movie is Parents' Career Day, where she wheels her mother in the mirror into the room, and like the Billy Goat Scruff and their dad get scared and run away. That's the first time we see this bitch. Anyway, the Snow King arrives and is like, he sees Daring still in the courtyard for some reason. I don't know why he didn't bite his dad. I would have thought he'd be proud of his dad, but whatever. Daring's still in the courtyard moping and making like a snowman version of himself, which looks dog shit, by the way. Um, the Snow King's like, "Oh hey, could you like take my bears to the stables and clean them, feed them, water them, and shit?" You're invited to this function, get struck down by Zeus for no fucking reason. Okay, you're
That's the
done.
one kid we're not allowed to send to the corner, otherwise they genuinely go to a real corner and it's probably gonna be dusty as shit like last time.
Ew.
Kid, did you clean your corner? You did clean it, right?
Oh, they cleaned it.
Oh, you cleaned it? Okay, we can send them to the corner this time.
Sends you to the corner. Or not with you. Uh,
What is up with my footage? Help! There we go.
so
Let it catch up.
after the
Damn,
Snow
I was
King
comfy in my
tells
bed.
after the Snow King tells Daring to do all that shit, park his sleigh, take care of his polar bears, general hospitality, and Daring blows him off completely. The Snow King's like, "I guess you're cursed now," and walks inside. And then like fur starts growing over Daring's neck. It's not body horror. Don't worry. There's no body horror here. It's it should be, but there's no body horror. If you want body horror, just read the Disney Disney Tinkerbell books and read the part where Peter Pan ages rapidly. That's body horror. And his teeth fall out, and his hair falls out. And he goes wrinkles. Yeah,
Looks at
not cute.
virus, points at screen. A good? A good question mark? Looks awesome. Good. I will get photo of that. And you can keep going.
Was waiting for you to be done.
Thank you.
Politely.
Thank you, Tom.
So after the king curses Daring, he stomps into Ever After High and is welcomed by our lovely Ashlyn and Briar. We love Ashlyn and Briar. And he's like, "Oh, you filled the school with snow to mock me." And they're like, "No, bitch." Even I was like, "No, bitch." The fuck? Anyway, he goes to the auditorium, which is called the Charmatorium. I don't agree with that name. Castleteria was cute. Charmatorium, get out.
They're trying a little bit too hard.
Don't worry, the library is called the Lifery. Okay? It's terrible. It's terrible in this bitch. Okay, so he goes to the auditorium and the Cheshire Cat just finished explaining how her powers work. Right? I love the Cheshire Cat. She's a she in this, by the way. And diva. She finishes and the Snow King just walks up on stage with like the Brothers Grimm saying like, "Give a warm welcome to the Snow King." I'm like, no, enough with these jokes, please.
Look, someone was already given a warm welcome by the Snow King. I don't think anyone else needs one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I skipped over another thing again because I'm genuinely uninterested with Crystal. Oopsie. So before the Snow King stomps off into the auditorium, Crystal and Baba Yaga come in to like welcome him. And Baba Yaga just starts like asking him random questions and like putting her hands all over him, which was not pleasant to watch. She even puts her bare hands in his mouth.
Ew.
Yeah. Which I understand why the Snow King blasted her into an ice sculpture with that. I understand. I would do that too. Get your callous, nasty bitch fingers away from me. We haven't washed them in years. She does not know what cleanliness is, but whatever. Outside, before he gets into the auditorium, outside, we cut to the twins, Jackie and Northwind, and they're just kind of here. They were like two of the polar bears apparently, because they can shapeshift. I forgot to mention that they can shapeshift, which isn't a Jack Frost power, but whatever.
Because of course they could.
Yeah, they just can for some reason. They just start like explaining their plan again. They're like, "Oh my god, he's here. He can finally like freeze out Crystal and shit." And I'm like, just get on with it. Please.
Can I leave the corner now? It's been 5 minutes. Yeah. Leave the corner.
Snow King's on stage. And like everyone's like, "Oh wow, it's the Snow King." And he's like, "No. Winter is dark and depressing. You shouldn't be happy." And I'm like, okay. Really channeling your inner hatred there, aren't you, babe? And like we sometimes see what he sees just for like preference. And like whenever they're cheering, he sees them booing, which I guess, you know, cute. Also, Snow White, not here. We don't see her. Thank fuck. I just seen her on the stream. She's not in this movie. She's not in this movie. That just reminded me. She's not here. Thank goodness. Apple did not bring her. Which
Gooby
that
looks
was a
like it's seen some
mercy.
stuff. Gooby's been hearing some stuff.
Gooby had to hear the Snow Queen story, unfortunately. So after the Snow King starts getting agitated because the crowd, in his eyes, are being really disrespectful and shit, Baba Yaga randomly jumps him and is like, "Yep, definitely cursed." How'd you know? Because that's like a whole thing we get to later, by the way. Because apparently she doesn't know that he's cursed, but she does here. Anyway, the crowd starts getting restless and panicking because the Snow King's like, "You bitch," and starts blasting Baba Yaga as she's flying around. And as he starts like casting a curse, because in his eyes everyone's booing him like really badly, he was gonna curse everyone into being like animals or something. Crystal steps in, blasts him with her magic wand that she just happens to have. She just has a wand, by the way. Forgot to mention that. She has a wand. She blasts him. He blasts her, takes her wand, and now she doesn't have any magic. I guess. It's not like the Snow Queen was a witch or even a goddess in the original story, so whatever. She doesn't have any magic, and then the Snow King like curses the weather because apparently turning everyone into animals is too merciful. So everyone's just gonna freeze
Cute.
to death. In fact, there's like people in summer clothes in like the village outside of Ever After High. So like people definitely did start getting hypothermia.
Yeah.
Like we see people in like shorts and shirts. So
Poor people.
someone died out there. I'm just saying. Someone died.
Off screen,
Even later
obviously.
on. Off screen, probably some background no name, hopefully. Actually not hopefully. I hope it was Snow White. Sorry.
You would say that, but you also know that she's chilling all nicely in her nice toasty top apartment office.
In her
So,
nice ass castle made of glass, by the way. Her castle's made of glass. I don't know how it survived that weather. Like it should have shattered with what's gonna happen later. Um You'll understand. So the weather gets real bad. It starts like storming and shit. Um uh Daring's curse kind of gets worse because like it's like a white fur growing on like the back of his neck, and like you can kind of see it from the front now. So yeah,
what time is it? Hold on, I need to check something.
it's 11:16.
It's getting near food time. I
It
can tell because
is.
I can taste food.
You can taste. Do you want to go get food while I continue explaining? Because we're gonna be here for a while.
I'm gonna end up taking my phone downstairs, and I can't do that. Because stream's all the way up here, and if I take my phone downstairs, I can't do what I normally do when I get food.
Go.
I
Get
watch stuff while I eat, and I
food.
can't do that without turning off my screen share. If I turn off my screen share for my fucking phone link, there's a chance it might not link back.
Grr.
I'll get food when we end stream.
That's gonna be a while away. I hope you know.
No, it's not that bad. Do you know what else I taste? Fucking pool water for some reason.
Okay.
It's probably from when I went swimming a few days ago.
I also went swimming yesterday, so
Mine was a few
welcome
days
back,
ago.
Crimson.
Hi, Crimson.
You missed quite a bit of my explanation, but we're gonna continue on to part 2 of Epic Winter. It's in like 4 parts.
Yes,
Part 2.
chlorophyll. Yeah. While Kion does
So-
this, I'm gonna work on the script.
So part 2 begins, and Blondie Locks is like, "Oh my god, this is amazing, like writing material and shit." So she can report on it on her show. And then we get this montage of the students battling the weather like inside the school, cause like the weather's bad outside, right? It's 10 times worse inside, apparently, allegedly, according to Blondie Locks. We see Apple like climbing an ice wall just to get to class. I would have thought classes were cancelled because it's a storm inside of the school, but whatever. We then cut to Northwind and Jackie. Northwind's like, "Oh my gosh, your plan's going perfectly," and Jackie's like, "Yeah," and then starts like recounting the events of part 1. Because yes.
See, I told you it'd be a story time gig.
Teehee. We're gonna be here for like another hour, trust. We're in now. We cut to Ashlyn and Briar's dorm, where Ashlyn's like, "Crystal, are you okay? Is there anything we can like do to stop the weather?" And Crystal's like, "Without my wand, I have no magic," which is stupid, but okay, whatever, girl. You continue being a magicless witch. Raven just suddenly like busts down the door with her pet dragon called Nevermore from the previous movie called Dragon Games. We love Dragon Games. We also love Nevermore. Round of applause for Nevermore. I'm not hearing many claps from over there. Excuse me. Hey!
Clap, clap, clap. Hold on.
Round of applause.
Hold on, stay still for a second. I got this. Where's it at? There.
Yes.
Goes back to my work.
Raven and Nevermore, like, so Nevermore's a fire dragon, so then she just, like, you know, sets fire to the, like, hearth of the dorm. A hearth is like a fireplace. So then no one starts dying from freezing and hypothermia and shit. And then they leave to fill up more hearths because people are genuinely freezing out in this bitch. Blondie then asks if the Snow King's always been like this, and again, Crystal's like, "No, not really." So the second time she was asked this. Damn. Ashlyn's like, "No, though, he was definitely cursed." And then we go over to Fabel Thorn, daughter of the dark fairy from Sleeping Beauty. Not Maleficent though, because that's copyright. I don't know why I missed this out in my notes, because it's not here. But at some point Fabel was asked by the headmaster, because she is like sided with the evil queen during the last movie, to clean the school because it still has like fire damage and like dark vines growing around the school. So she was tasked to clean the shit up. And she was like, I can't do this in this disgusting, ugly weather. Which is like, you know, snowing and storming. I'm terrible at explaining shit, I'm so sorry. She then dials up the mob. Pause. She calls up the mob to do her work, which, yeah, of course she would. So then the mob shows up to the school, which is not like a regular human mob, it's a fairy mob. With the fun pun of the fairy mob father running the shit. Insert giggle here. Yeah, the mob. Yeah. They show up to the school, they clean the school, and then they're like, so because we cleaned your school, babes, you're kind of in debt. And Fabel's like, okay, so what do I owe you? And the fairy mob is like, you owe us 200 years of service. And because Fabel's immortal, that's not really a problem for her. But she's like, ugh, I kind of have better things to do. So then she's like, there's surely something we can do to work this out. And then we cut over to Daring. Can you tell the pacing in this movie is horrendous? Daring,
I hope that I got my point across.
Daring is out front at the doors to the school, which is like still in the courtyard, but like it's on the staircase, right? He's moping there with his his snowman. Rosabella again walks up and is like, so have you been thinking about our talk earlier? And he's like, what? Oh, totally. The mirror I just ordered? Yeah, I'll wait for that and then I'll have a good long look at myself. Okay. um then the mirror arrives. But it's like, I don't know what this is meant to be a pun or like a reference to, but like there's these delivery gooses. Or geese, sorry. I want to say it's a play on the storks that deliver children, but it's not that, because then it would just be storks that deliver packages. It's just geese that deliver. I don't know why it is that. I don't know why it's that way.
They're just better.
I guess so. But the delivery geese, sorry, the delivery goose. It's like one goose. Big. It's the same goose as always. There's only one goose that does it. I don't know why. Tough job, I guess. He crashes in the snow, and Daring's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna go save him." And Rosabella's like, "Oh my god, you're my hero," until she sees him digging out the mirror, not the goose. And by the way, this is like a human-sized goose. This is not like a little goose. This is like a human-sized goose with a human-sized mirror. big ass goose. That's why I thought it would be fun, like better if it was a stork, because storks are human size, but whatever. Whatever. Uh we then go back to Blondie, Briar, and Crystal, who are in the auditorium with the daughter of the fairy godmother from Cinderella, Fairy Good Fairy, Baba Yaga, obviously, and the son of the Frog Prince, Hopper Croakington the Third. I think. Second or third? Second, sorry. Hopper Croakington the Second. They're in the auditorium and they explain that if Farah can create a spell to like reverse time ish so they could examine the Snow King to see what about him is cursed. So they get Hopper to stand where the Snow King was, and they get Farah to quote unquote fairy glamorize a like bubble around them so that Hopper becomes the Snow King, but doesn't really. And so they can like examine him and shit, right? So they do that. And instantly it's Crystal who finds this glimmering shimmer in her dad's eye. And then Baba Yaga explains that it's a shard of the Evil Queen's magic mirror, which is causing him to have kindness blindness. No mystery here, I guess. Even Mystery Incorporated could solve this. With ease, there would be no trap. Whatever. I fear this was written by Blue's Clues writers.
I don't shame Blue's Clues like that. At least they tried.
You know what? They tried their best. Farah like explains that her magic can last until noon or midnight, which is fun. We like that. And then she just stops her magic because it's not needed anymore. Another switch of point of views. Can you believe it? It's like it's a trend. We go back to the top of the world where the Snow King is, and he's like still transforming the slaves into penguins and shit. The twins are up there as well, and they're like, "Wow!"
500 POV changes.
Literally, we then like we don't need to like cut to the Snow King, but we do anyway, and he's just like changing bitches into penguins, and then we cut back down to Ever After High, where the twins are. What was that needed? We could just cut to the twins. Whatever. The Frost twins are there. They're like, wow, this is so fun. And then we go back to the group. But those POV changes were not necessary, but whatever. The group minus Hopper, because he has better things to do. Go to Baba Yaga's hut and start coming up with a cure. Briar is like, so is there like magic eye wash to get the shard out? And Baba Yaga's like, well, yes. Literally. She's like, the only known copy was in like the only known spell is in the ancient scroll of deep magic, but the only copy was in the Library of Elders. And Ashland's like, hey, that was destroyed like 1,000 years ago by the giants of Beanstalk High. Mind you, Ever After High was only founded 200 years ago, so. Don't know where 1,000 came from.
Well, hold on. Where's the soundboard at?
Yeah. Oh, it was destroyed during a book ball game. You can guess what that's a play on.
Yeah, I know. I know what the sport is as well. I saw it.
The sport is quite creative actually. It's just football. It's like American football but with book. I don't know. I find that interesting. That it's not Quidditch. Has beef with Quidditch.
Anything's better than Quidditch.
Right? Anyway. Crystal then said, like, Crystal looks at Farah and is like, well,
God,
anything
that's
can
so
be
cute.
anything. Crystal looks at Farah and is like, anything that has been decimated can be recreated, at least temporarily. Thanks, Crystal. You did not need to spell it out for us. That was my
Twin, do
first
you
thought.
want a summarizing break?
No, I want to get through this.
Oh, I wanted to point you to something really cute that Megan did.
What did Megan? You know what? What did Megan do?
Look in the Lumiverse fan art chat.
Grabs the Lumiverse fan art chat. Where is it? Where did I put Lumiverse? Fan art. Ah!
I know.
Hi, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that on my screen.
Just to remind you to not get too angry.
Yeah, just to make me not get angry.
Okay.
Where was I? Crystal explaining that Farah can do anything. For no reason.
What is it? Oh,
It's a Glamrock Bonnie emoji that Megan made.
hold on. Displays my screen real quick. It's this.
Another
Anyways,
POV
takes my screen.
Change. Can you believe it, gang? Another POV change.
That's crazy. Who would ever have guessed that? Flashbang by Discord Live Mode. Leave me alone.
Anyway, we go back to the dorms. Specifically, it's the boys' dorms, which we've never seen up until this point in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Rosabella just kind of rolls up to Daring's dorm and is like, yo, let me in. And Daring is like, no. Which,
Fast.
yeah. Don't let her in. It's. You have gender specific dorms for a reason? Like, I get having her over for like a hangout, but like also no.
She wasn't
His
invited.
No, because his dorm mate, it's like his roommate is Hopper, and he's not home. And I think another of his roommates is Hunter, which is the son of the huntsman from Snow White and Little Red Riding Hood's fairy tales.
Oh.
Yeah, he has two destinies.
Wait,
lucky
who
bitch.
and who?
Hunter is the son of the huntsman, who who has the destiny of the huntsman in Snow White fairy tale and the Little Red Riding Hood fairy tale. He has 2 destinies.
Oh, double pay.
Yeah. Unlucky, but also lucky because he's a hero. Sometimes. Once. He's the hero once. A bit sad that he has to follow Raven's orders in the future, but whoopsie.
Good for him.
Good for him. Anyway, Daring refuses to let her in, and then she just barges in. Like, brute forces, opens the door into the room.
Completely uninvited, by the way.
Don't spoil it. I'm sorry.
What do you mean, don't spoil it? They've been summarizing it entirely.
I'm just explaining Hunter's destiny. Like, Raven doesn't even follow her destiny. So, like, if she did, that would happen, but, like,
I miss a little
still.
bit.
Go
Wah,
back
wah,
then.
wah.
It's not my fault you keep leaving.
So far, Kion's
Anyway.
been non-stop summarizing it for the past hour. So,
Rosabella brute forces her way in, which Daring said to be really strong.
what's that?
Just like he's
Oh my
he's
god.
built, apparently, allegedly.
I need to tell Megan that it's updated.
I don't know why they described Daring as built. He's a teenager, but whatever. He just is. He's meant to be strong, okay? But Rosabella, like, overpowers him somehow. Keep that in mind. We then see that Daring has completely transformed into a beast. Shocker. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, Daring's destiny is not Snow White's Prince Charming. He's like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Who would have guessed? At the time, everyone was shocked, but I'm just like, the signs were there, I guess.
They were. He was so
They
obsessed
really
with how he
were.
looked.
Very Beast Prince of him. Daring kind of dances around the fact that he's a beast now until Rosabella like he's like hiding himself behind like his bed sheet and shit. So she's like rips the bed sheet out of his hand and he's like, "Ugh, don't look at me, I'm ugly." And then it kind of gets weird. Cause like Rosabella's like, "Ugh, you're not ugly. I see the beauty in every creature." And he's like, "Who wants to be a beast?"
My dad was
And
a
then
beast.
my dad was a beast. Or no, she said her dad is a beast, which is not how the story ended. Baby, your dad became a prince. Okay?
He was better
He's not
as
a beast anymore. We get to that one. That's a discussion for another time, okay? So Rosabella like completely convinces Daring that he's still allegedly hot and attractive and shit. And then he just starts like going, "You know what? Yeah, I just have to embrace my inner furry." No joke, that's basically what he said.
Sounds about right.
And he just starts marching down the hall. And everyone in the hall, I don't know why the girls are in that hallway because the boys' dorms are there. I don't know why I guess they could just be there. But like, I don't know, I find it weird. Like they should have it's a boarding school. Boarding schools would have different wings for like where the girls sleep and where the boys sleep. They're very strict on that shit. So I don't know. That's just a me thing. But he runs into Raven and Maddie, Maddie's the daughter of the Mad Hatter, which that's so clever. We love Maddie. Maddie's like, ooh, that's a face only a mother Bandersnatch would love. And Daring gets really sad, and I feel bad for him. I love Daring now. I love Daring now. I hated Daring before, but he gets really sad, and he's my baby. If I could show you the look he makes, I would, but I can't. Then disaster strikes because Apple comes around. Ugh. And she screams. And Daring just kind of gets oppressed and leaves. Oh, also, Cerise finds him hot as a beast. I will not elaborate, because her story is actually pretty interesting to the lore of Ever After High, so we won't get into that today. Just know that Little Red Riding Hood's daughter found him attractive. As a furry. Anyway. The Bonnie thing got turned into emoji. Yippee! Schizo. Anyway. Fucky Wucky pacing. Fabel. Fabel and the mob are here again. But they're still discussing the terms of their deal. Fucky Wucky pacing. We go back to Ashlyn, Blondie, and Briar. And Crystal, and Farah. And they're at the library doors. They try opening it, find out it's locked, get Blondie to unlock it because Blondie can lock anything because apparently she's magic. 5,000 POV changes. Yep. Side note, everyone in Ever After High has magic pertaining to their story. So like Blondie Lock can magically unlock any lock. Applewhite is apparently super attractive. I don't know why. Darling Charming can pause time with just a flip of her hair. I don't know why that's important to her story, but you know, it's whatever.
If you say so.
And Daring can blind people with his teeth. Oh, and Dexter, when he takes his glasses off, makes everyone fall in love with him. Which that's why he keeps his glasses on.
I believe he did that one time, and it was a mistake.
Whoopsie. Yeah, that one time, Cupid.
Yeah, I know.
Poor Cupid. So the girls like walk through the door and they're met with another balcony, but it's not really a balcony. It's more like the floor that was left over from like the library clinging onto the building. It's like a balcony, just really unsafe. They get Farah to cast a spell and she just like does a cute chant. And then the library's back. Cute, right?
No.
But they only have until noon to get what they're looking for.
Oh, is she like the fairy godmother or something?
I said this.
Oh, I was not listening.
She's the daughter of the fairy godmother.
Okay, I both was and wasn't listening.
Specifically the one from Cinderella.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of fairy godmothers in Ever After High, okay?
You
There's like
sure
10.
did your research for that, huh?
Well, every fairy tale, well, not every fairy tale, but like a couple fairy tales have fairy godmothers. And in the books, there's like 1,000 of them attending Ever After High, okay? So like, gotta be specific in this bitch. Shenanigans happen and they find a secret passageway into a basement of the library, which, to preference how weird that is, the library is near the top of the school and it has a basement. It's a one floor library but with a basement. Am I the only one that finds that weird? Probably. But anyway, uh of course, they start looking through all the scrolls to find the magic one. And we see a couple of fairy tales that don't attend Ever After High, like the Lazy Mud Prince and the Slippery Slippers. I think they're both fairy tales, like actual fairy tales, but I can't be bothered to look them up. So they exist.
I think they're not there for a reason.
I would not want the Lazy Mud Prince to be there. Or the Slippery Slippers. Get that shit out of here. And of course, our titular bitula finds the scroll, Miss Crystal. She starts like pulling scrolls out and everything tips over and she trips on the scrolls and the magic scroll like saves her because it's sentient and shit. Like the My Little Pony rainbow, it's sentient. Yeah. Um I hate this fucking scroll. So they read the scroll and it explains how the Evil Queen's mirror was made. It's like its its glass is forged by goblins out of molten hot pixie dust. And if one gets exposed to the glass, it can cause kindness blindness, which is what they're looking for. So they go on to read that there is a cure for it, and it's an aromatherapy cure. It's got a whole riddle and shit. It's like the 4 royal roses of the seasons, how they're one of a kind, blah 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 blah. The riddle goes: Spring's rose stands all alone. Summer's rose wears a disguise. The rose of fall hides in a crowd. The rose of winter is found inside. Right? Right. Uh, Crystal then states the obvious that they're royal roses, so they must be at royal castles. And then they go like, but which castle? There's like thousands. And then they get the answer like immediately.
Is it
Can you tell
hers?
We'll get there. So the first
Do you want a
castle
request?
revealed.
Yeah, I can do.
The first castle is is it? No, Beauty and the Beast's castle. Then the second is Cinderella's. Then the third is Sleeping Beauty's. And then the clock strikes 12 and we don't get to see the fourth castle. I wonder whose castle it could be.
Is it theirs?
I promise you, when I tell you it's so obvious that it's Crystal Winter's motherfucking castle. Anyway,
Oh,
we
it's
even see the
Apple's
roses.
castle. Yeah, I get it.
It's Apple's castle because apple white, winter is white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can see inside the castle. It's made of glass.
Draw Megan Summer.
Yeah.
Watch this, gang. I'm like
Uh
so good at drawing Megan Summer.
so this honest I think this is my favorite part of the movie because it's quite actiony. And it's genuinely terrifying because they acknowledge that they will fall to death. Um the clock strikes 12. They don't see the fourth castle. They're all like, shit, what are we gonna do now? And then the enchantment starts like fading away. And they start panicking and running up the stairs. And like it's quite intense. Cause like the storm outside starts seeping in through all the cracks through the enchantment. And they're tripping over books that are falling down. They're tripping over shelves. Like it's quite like wow. This most intense part of the movie, and we're not even like halfway in. Um the enchantment like breaks into like a platform where the girls are on, so they all have to jump over to where Farah is on like non-enchanted ground. And then Crystal's like, but I always get my pixies to help me. And Ashen's like, you don't have your pixies here. Jump. Oh, damn, bitch. Okay. And so
I
she
get
jumps.
pissed too.
Right? I would yell at Crystal too. Um, after Ashlyn crashes out at I keep wanting to say Winter because her last name is Winter, but Winter's not here. After Ashlyn crashes out at Crystal, Crystal jumps, right? And I wanted her to fall, but she didn't fall because she's our main character. She just barely makes it, and then the storm pushes them inside of the school and locks the door. I don't know how the storm locked the door, but it's whatever. Anyway, Blondie starts like reporting on their current task, but keeps leaving it a little bit ambiguous because there are villains out there who would want this magic. They acknowledge this, at least. And then we see Fabel, who like the POV kind of changed, but like it was like Blondie on a TV in the hallway. So it was a half POV change. Fabel sees um that they need like this shit and it's like hmm, I could use that to get my deal in front of Duchess and runs away or flies away, whichever you prefer. Um POV change. So apparently the storm has kind of subsided outside and it's like just really calm for some reason outside now. And we see Daring started to like throwing stones onto like Mega. You made me say Megan to Apple. I was reading. How dare you? Punches you in the face. I'm turning stream off because of that. Stares
Aww.
into the art chat. Stares at the fucky wucky Bonnie.
Aww.
Anyway,
Come back.
he starts throwing stones onto Apple's balcony and hits Apple in the head.
Oh, trick shot.
No, because like he overshot and threw it into their room, like Raven and Apple's dorm room, and she's like gets real mad about it, as one would. Like, who wouldn't get mad about having a stone thrown at you?
She deserved it.
Right? But like, she's like, who the fuck threw the stone at me? Not quite like that, but basically was that. And then sees Daring down at the bottom, and he's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't aiming for you.
Should have been.
Um, then Daring like lets himself onto the balcony, like he climbs up and is like, thanks for being here for me, Apple. I'm like, dude, this is not.
That's her dom.
That's not. Um, the two genuinely start having a conversation, which came out of nowhere. Apple's sorry that she screamed at the sight of Daring in the hallway, and Daring's like, it's okay, it's just temporary. But Apple's like, maybe this is a part of our story. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean a part of your story, babe? You're destined to be Snow White in the Snow White fairy tale, not in the Rose Red and Snow White fairy tale, you dumb bitch. Stop having hopes. This man, useless.
Go be a lesbian.
For real. Um, Daring then starts talking about like how his kiss failed and like sorry no Apple starts talking about how the kiss failed and there was no magic, and then Daring's like, what if we got a redo? And then Apple's like, the fuck you mean a redo? I'm not in danger right now. I'm not in any like sort of peril. And Daring's like, but I am. So what if you kiss me and then like I'm not a beast anymore? Which is a play on obviously the Rose Red and Snow White fairy tale.
Yeah.
Cute. They do kiss, but the thing is, right?
Rewrite said
Daring
quick throw into the stone.
the Rewrite, you lost my train of thought. They do kiss, but it's more like Daring dog kisses Apple on the lips. Like she was puckered and everything. She was like, you know,
Mm.
getting ready to French kiss the bitch, and he licks her face. Nasty shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back to our main girlies after that disaster, where they're at
Being swaggy. We're already swaggy.
oh sorry no. So we get a sudden POV change where it's like it feels like Daring was explaining what happened to Rosabella in the cafe in the town, and then the main group walks in and they scream because Daring's a beast, and Daring gets really hurt, and Rosabella's like, he's cursed, bitch. And then they're just like add that to the list of cursed people we have to cure. The fuck? That's so insensitive. Um, they then start telling the two about their plan, and then I don't know why they walked into the cafe only to walk back to the high school, but it's whatever, because they do that.
Drama purposes.
Sure, yeah. Uh, they walk back to the school, and they just finished catching the two up. I'm not gonna say slay because it's not a slay. It's a flop. She has this rickety, poorly put together wooden sled thing that I'm just gonna say that she stole from Gerda and Kai. I'm gonna say it. She stole it from them because it looks like she did. What princess? I need to actually pull this up just to. This is the one thing I'm gonna pull up. Where is it? No, I need to go into the actual movie to get this shit. Special part 2. Oh, so loud.
Do you think it's a part of their story, Twin?
Perhaps. I'm trying to find a good shot of the fuck ass sleigh. Because it's really not a sleigh, it's a flop. Like, I wouldn't expect a princess to ride in this. Where's our DMs?
Is this something for me to show on stream?
Yes, I need you to show this to chat just because of how horrendous this thing looks.
This is what Kion's shown.
That I wouldn't expect a princess to ride in that. She stole that from those kids, I'm telling you. Anyway, where was I after I got distracted from the fuck ass sleigh? Briar asks Rosabella if her parents are fine with people showing up randomly, and Rosabella's like, "Yeah, no, that's how my parents met anyway." Okay. Fabel then is spying on the group and tells the fairy mob that she's gonna get some good shit for them, like it's drugs. And then crashes the group's little conversation, and Briar's like, it's kind of her thing, it's whatever. And then she makes the sleigh beautiful. Where is it? Grabs another picture. I'm glad Fabel was here to make this flop something beautiful. I would ride in that sleigh. I would ride in that.
Ooh, I would ride in that too.
Like,
This is what it should have been.
right? Fabel made that.
That
Fabel
is
made
not
that.
a princess sleigh. That is.
Fabel knows Ball. Fabel knows Ball. And you know it's Fabel because it has the wings on the front with the gem. Fabel made that shit. Trademark Fabel. Anywho. Ugh. Fabel upgrades the sleigh because she's a sleigh. And then takes note of the girls' dresses and is like, there's no way you're riding around looking like you're in summer clothes. And then gives them their doll design clothes. And she steals Apple's doll winter design. Even though Fable wears it better, in my personal opinion. Then Crystal adds like sparkles to the dresses. And then so Jackie and Northwind can shapeshift into any animal, right? This is established. They're animal shapeshifters. Specifically animals. Animals, right?
You're emphasizing it. This tells me that they're not animals.
So they had shapeshift into dragon statues.
Statues.
Statues. Ice statues, specifically. On like the stairs of Ever After, which I don't know why anyone didn't notice that. Like, there was no dialogue of like, oh, I didn't realize we got new statues. Those were never there before. And it was the twins, so like, eh. And it said that they only change into animals. So, don't know what's up with that. Anyway, they de-transform after the group sets off to Sleeping Beauty's, not Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast's castle. And they're like, oh, this is a problem. They're like genuinely surprised Crystal is doing anything about her dad's current situation, which I'm like, I would do something too, even if I was a pampered princess. Hello? Like, they figure out that they're just gonna have to stop Crystal in her tracks and then deal with the Snow King, because they were gonna go up and deal with the Snow King then and there, but eh. And then the group arrive at Beauty and the Beast castle. I know there was no time passes really quick. The pacing's a bit, you know. They notice how all the flowers are dead, and Rosabella's like, "This rose can't be dead." The specific version of Beauty and the Beast that Rosabella is from is the French version, which Disney also did. So the magic rose is here. Can you guess? Can you guess why that's important?
Because of the riddle.
Yeah. So it turns out the magic rose that Rosabella was named after is the rose of spring, which I guess is fun. We like that, you know, incorporating an artifact that pre-exists in a fairy tale. That's I like that at least. They could have made something else up, but at least they stuck to a fairy tale this time instead of changing it like they've done before. Side eye. Eh. Um. So because it is, I guess, pseudo winter right now, all of the flowers are out of season, including the magic rose. So then Fabel like casts a spell and makes like a small pocket of spring or summer, Sunclear, around them, so then all of the flowers around them could bloom, including the rose of spring. Uh, the Snow King, we like cut to the Snow King, who is like, ew, what is this ugly, nasty, disgusting patch of color doing on my nice white lawn? Oh, it's my ugly daughter. Of course it is. Literally, that's all he says. I'm honestly on his side. His side. She is ugly. Whoopsie. Uh, the Snow King then makes the weather stronger and keeps turning his slaves into penguins. Whoopsie.
Looks full. You're welcome. Just let me finish coloring it in. And then you can take a screenshot. Keep going, Tom.
I'm reading.
You're reading.
So, okay. They like get the Rose of Spring. Rosabella says, "The Rose of Spring, I will guard it with my life." They all say like a cute little rhyme. I say cute, but like you know what I mean.
An existing
They
rhyme.
they say a little phrase and they continue on with the quest. Blondie then refers back to the ancient scroll of deep magic, the Riddle of the Roses, which she actually is useful and took pictures of the scroll and the riddle and the castles. Go, Blondie.
Oh
Being
yeah.
useful with your technology. Hell yeah, girl. This is what I'm talking about. She notes that Summer's Rose is at Cinderella's castle, so that's where they have to go next. Girls being useful. They would have been lost without Blondie. Let's all be real here.
They would.
Useless ass bitches. Except Blondie. We love her. So Crystal then takes note that it's way past her curfew, which the Snow King told her earlier around when he stormed out of Eruptor High that he expected her back at curfew whenever that is. Now I guess.
A little bit ago.
A little bit ago. Like it's just now curfew and she has to return home, but she's like, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna
She's
do that.
gonna have to do that.
Jackie and Northwind are there as owls. This time an actual animal. Well done, guys. Uh, this reminds them to check in on the Snow King, who is like, bitches, give my daughter back. I need her home. It's way past our curfew. She's out late. Mind you, it's still sunny outside. The sun is
Oh, as
out.
sunny as it can get.
Well, yeah, but like it's still sunlight. It's still daytime. Which I guess it would be nighttime on the top of the world because it's daytime at the bottom of the world. Whatever.
It's not curfew like 5 p.m. The fuck?
Her curfew's probably like 12. 12 p.m. Something around that
Oh.
time. Oh,
That thing struck ages ago. I'm sorry to tell you that.
2 probably. It's probably 2 p.m.
Maybe.
Yeah. Uh they the Snow King like keeps shouting at them, so they're like, we'll deal with him later. Let's just follow the group. So they do. I don't know how, but the group, I'm gonna keep calling them the group because they don't have a fun creative name. They get lost in the woods. Can you believe that?
No.
Nasty behavior. They should have brought Cerise. She'd be amazing at tracking the woods, but I guess not.
She would.
They all can't get any mirror phone signal, which a mirror phone is just a phone, but with like mirror in front of them of the word, because magic mirror on the wall type shit. They can't get any service. Daring's nose is clogged with ice, which is dangerous. What the fuck? He can't breathe. Get this man some help. They're just genuinely lost, and the twins make note of this, and they're like, well, they're like my words. They're in a tree, and they can see all the paths to Cinderella's castle. The left path is the easy one, it's the short one. It can get you there nice and quickly. The right path is the dangerous one through the mountains and shit. And it's the long way around. Jackie's like, we're gonna get them there, but the long way around. And then they pose as if, like, they go down to the ground and start yelling for help and explain they pretend that they were trying to get away from the Snow King, that they were trying to hide at Cinderella's castle, and that they'll help the girls and Daring get to the castle. Sighs. So remember how I said Blondie is best? Blondie is best girl. So we're going through the mountains, and Crystal's like, guys, we're gonna be quiet. This is avalanche territory. And Blondie's like, does that mean it's dangerous? Blondie. Anyway, the twins
Hold on, hold
then.
on, hold on. You know exactly what sound's about to play, and you know exactly that it was my response.
So, for some stupid reason,
this one is probably going to absolutely burst people's eardrums, so I recommend turning the volume down a little bit. That's all you got.
So, the twins then randomly decide that they're gonna stop pretending to be these helpless little elves and reveal that they're the ones who cursed the Snow King, the Snow Queen, and are the reason why all this is happening. Just randomly. They then jump out of the sleigh, turn into polar bears, roar, and cause an avalanche, and then fly away as owls.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they get caught like the avalanche. The sleigh randomly is put on top of the snow pile, which I don't know how that happened. It's even noted. Like they take note of it. They acknowledge the fact that that shouldn't have happened, but that it did. Um, I think I mentioned earlier that Crystal somehow made the dresses all sparkly.
Mm.
Crystal has a gun. Mattel gave a princess a gun. I don't know how to feel
Oh.
about that. But Crystal Winter has a gun. And it's not well, I guess it's a real gun, but like it can shoot out like sparkles and glitter, it can shoot out snowballs, and we're gonna find out soon that it can shoot out another type of thing. So the group tries to like climb the snow wall. to no avail. And Daring's like, that's not gonna work. And then Crystal looks at like a fallen like what's the ice that hangs from like roofs? What's that called? Icicle? Icicle.
Yeah, icicle.
I forgot the word. It's 12 a.m. Okay.
How
She
long's
sees
left
like a
of your
fallen
story?
a lot. We're only on part 2. She sees a fallen icicle, puts it in her gun, and shoots it at Daring.
Is
Me
there any
too.
way you can sum up the rest of the story, and if they want it in this amount of detail next time, they can just ask for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. They get over the wall, they get to Cinderella's, shenanigans happen, they get the rose, they go to Sleeping Beauty's, shenanigans happen. The twins make them fall asleep with the spindle. Like they break the spindle, make everyone fall asleep. They get the dust from the spindle to make the Snow King fall asleep. Musical, cool song that's never released on streaming ever. um the Snow King tells Crystal to wake up through a vision. She wakes up. They get the fuck out of there by waking everyone up. What's up? There's a tornado. You know, they get to the top of the world, Land of Oz style. Uh, Shenanigans happen again. They defeat Northwind, who became a giant. They talk to Jackie, who then becomes a giant because Fabel tries to betray everyone by snatching the rose from Jackie, who snatched it from this frozen Snow Queen. It's a whole thing. Crystal beats Jackie and takes the Staff of Winter from Jackie, and then she like horrifically transforms from a giant back to an elf. Like it's creepy. Like her eyes and mouth glow, and she like nastily shrinks from like the feet up. Ooh. Yeah. It's and she falls and she like almost dies, but like she doesn't die. Thankfully, we love Jackie and Northwind. They get like the wooden beams where you put your head and your hands through, and you're just like locked there, like it's old
Oh,
handcuffs.
yeah.
They get that's what happens to Jackie and Northwind.
Oh.
The curses, like they put all the flowers together, then Fabel snatches them and like runs away with them to meet the mob fairies in Ever After High. She's like been getting calls from the mob fairies throughout the movie where the mob fairies are like, you got it yet, you got it yet, when are you gonna get it, you gotta get it before like this time, or you're gonna owe 400 years of service to us. Yeah. They chase Fabel back to Ever After High after calming down the storm that Jackie made earlier. Like they had giant snowflakes falling through the sky and destroying buildings and shit. That's why I said that Snow White's castle would not have survived.
It would not.
No. That shit would have shattered like the glass shoe. Ooh.
Ooh.
Um they burst the Snow King's sleigh through the doors of Ever After High and to Fabel's locker. Crystal confronts Fabel. She's like, I'm so sorry. And she starts getting like genuinely sad and crying, which I'm like, oh, I didn't know if it was this serious. Like she starts crying and is like, I'm sorry. Damn, bitch. Okay. Okay. The mob fairies are like, how do we know this shit is legit? And then they burst through the doors, which I thought was funny. Um, Daring then offers his own freedom to the mob fairies, and the mob fairies are like, it's in a small print that if someone offers their offers to work in someone's place and of their own free will, the contract is void. Which is really convenient, huh? Because Daring is not immortal. um then they go back to the top of the world to cure the Snow King and the Snow Queen, who the Snow King was put to sleep, and the Queen was obviously frozen, and then they're back to normal. And they're like, no, you're the Queen of Winter now, Crystal. Which I'm like, okay. Whatever. Sure. Cool. And then the movie ends with them having a party at Ever After with snow and shit. And Crystal turns to the camera and is like, well, I wasn't going to call it a summer snow day. I was going to say an epic winter. And the movie ends. If you want more detail, I will happily make a whole video about this shit.
They will.
I definitely will. It's on my list, actually, of
Yeah, I was
analysis
gonna
videos.
say, I'm pretty sure it's on a list.
It's on my list. It's on my list, actually. I have a whole list of analysis videos that I need to do. Let me open the list so
Wait,
so I
speaking of
remember.
which,
Where is it?
speaking of which,
I haven't seen my door.
Play something real quick. Get the fuck out.
Here we go. So I need to make an analysis video on Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel, on Monster High, on Ever After High, on the crossover between Monster High and Ever After High, on Descendants, on another show that I'm embarrassed that's on there, but my lovely train show and its racist problem. And then the Fairies of Disney, which that's more of a recent one.
If you would like Kion to make videos, tell them, and also go maybe nudges this. Maybe go follow. Maybe go, subscribe to them.
That's why I rebranded, because I'm gonna make them videos. Not soon
Is
though.
why they
but
rebranded.
I
They are currently named the Destructive Discussion because they have so
Gulps.
many they want to talk about.
There's a lot we need to discuss. And then he fired the cannon at the top of the stairs loaded with the grape shot. Yes. Yes, he did.
That was sent a while ago.
No. Rewrite just said that. No?
No, that was sent a while ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Blinks?
Oh,
I was not paying attention to chat.
I can teach you OBS because I know that you tried learning at one point, didn't you?
I did.
I can teach you OBS
that's
and show you how to stream and stuff.
gulps.
It's not that difficult, really. I'm being genuine with you. It's not that difficult.
Never wants to stream.
It can help you with videos too, but like shushes you. I can teach you how to like. Anyways.
You also need to teach me how to cap my cut.
I do.
To properly edit videos, cause like
we are about 30 seconds away from it being a 3-hour video, 3 hours straight.
We should wait 30 seconds and then end the stream.
We should say bye so that way I can press it the second it do. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Wait, we're going to be saying this for the 20 seconds.
Wait.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.